So welcome everybody. It's an opportunity today to create an empowering art piece for ourselves. I think we all need to be empowered these days, so we can empower ourselves or somebody else we choose to. And I want to start with demonstration, step by step, of what we're going to do, because some of you are faster than the others, some of you are just painting for the first time, and some of you are more experienced. So I want to give the steps, and then I will go over them in details later. And after I will give the explanation, we will go through a guided meditation, get in touch with our body, with our emotions, and start creating from there. So I will start by sharing my screen. Screen share. There you are. And I want to show you a few examples. First of all, I'll take this. This is a collage I made in my journal, art journal. So today you can work in your art journal, or you can work, some of you prefer to work on canvases or paper. And it will be easier to work on a table. At the beginning, to paste it, it's easier to work on a hard surface. So we're going to start with putting in the emotion in that I will guide you soon. And then we are going to cut. Going to take our image. Can you see me? And just cut around the image with scissors or like this. We don't want the edges to be really straight. So I cut around all the edges. And I want my picture to be big enough. I have a few. I'm going to put big one and small one. For those of you who have just joined, you can press the speaker view so you can see just me on the screen. And then we put the glue underneath, the Mod Podge or glue, and from the center outside, we're going to push it. And we are doing it black and white. So starting with shades of gray, actually we glue it and then cover it with soft gel, or if you don't have soft gel, you can use clear gesso or medium if you don't have anything, and varnish is great too, oil, water-based varnish, to protect the paper so the paper won't lose itself. And then while it dries, we will go around it with black and white, with grays, shades of grays, and we can add different colors slowly. And then in the face, we will work really, really gently and slowly with medium and transparent paint, really, really transparent. And if you see, you can see I don't have any strong lines around the face or contour, maybe just under the nose. If you want to keep the face to look as close to what it is in reality, it will be helpful not to add the strong lines, but if you are drawn to do it, please go ahead and do it. And then we'll do the shadings and the highlights. And those of you who took my courses or Art of Allowing Divine Feminine, you know how to shade the face. And it's also great to work with the collage because you can learn new places and new shapes of shades and shading in the face. I want to show you another just a second. Any tips to enable audio? I can't hear anything. No, I don't know, but I know Sally had this problem. I think Sally, how did you solve your audio problem? Unmute yourself. Can you unmute yourself? We can't hear you. Yes, thank you.
There.
So how did you do it?
The option seems to come up on the screen. I'm not familiar with Zoom. This is the first time I'm working with Zoom, so I don't know. You seem to somehow put it up on the screen for me to click.
Okay. All right. Maybe
I had this issue, Mikhail. I had this issue before. Is the lady on a Mac or a desk on a laptop?
So do you think you can help her in the chat box and?
I can help if it's a Mac.
Okay. So yeah, thank you. It will be a great help. Okay. So I'm going to show you another work by, we had a meeting a few days ago, and this Homa, she used, just a second, there are more people wanting to come in. You can look and see that she used napkins as her symbols, her power symbols. She took it from the lotus on her head, and also this, and also you can see it's a good example. She was using really fine pencils and markers to do the lines like around the eyes and also in the hair. She has very thin, like dark highlights. And she also started with grays, and now she moved on to like light blues here and yellows. Okay. All right. So we're going to start with the guided meditation now. And I hope, Katrina, you can join us now. Great. Sarah, you are in. Great. Welcome. Okay. All right. So let's close our eyes. Find a comfortable position. Yes, find a comfortable position. If you can hear, if you want, you can lie down. If you know you won't fall asleep. We are going to do it about like 15 minutes of meditation to help us go into the creation part. So let's take 3 deep breaths. Pay attention to your body in space. Pay attention to your feet touching the ground, touching the fabric, whatever they're touching. Pay attention to your feet. Bring your energy to your feet. Ground yourself in your feet. And imagine that you have like big roots coming down from your feet and from your tailbone down to the center of the earth. And you are really grounded strongly in Mother Earth. She's holding you now with care. And feel the energy from your feet coming up your legs. Pay attention to your knees and your thighs. Any feeling or uncomfortable sensation in your body, just say, to it. I see you. And if it needs any touch or any movement, just let it. And pay attention to your hips, to your pelvis, sitting firmly. Pay attention to your lower back and let it lean back. Let it be supported. Let yourself, let your body be supported and lean into this support. Pay attention to your upper back, to your shoulders, your neck. If there is any movement in the neck, just let it move. And pay attention to your arms and your palms and your fingertips. And if there is any movement in your hands and your fingertips and your fingers, just let it, allow it. And now pay attention to the tips of your fingers. And just breathe into the tips of your fingers. Notice the tingling sensation, or notice any sensation that you feel in the tips of your fingers and your palms. And now pay attention to your face, your forehead, your jaws, and let your jaws drop a little bit. Open your mouth a little bit. Just let it all relax. Let your tongue be heavy in your mouth. Just let all the muscles in the face relax. Now, pay attention to your chest. If you feel like you want to put a hand on your heart, you're welcome to do that. Saying hello to your heart, to your body. Paying attention to your solar plexus. And maybe you can put the other hand there. Pay attention to your belly. And put the other hand on your belly and just give it a soft hello to your belly. Just feel how your breath is moving your palms that are resting on your chest and belly. Now you can put your palms down and put them facing up to receive. Now just remember the roots that you have all the way down to the center of the earth. And just imagine everything that doesn't belong to you. Just going down, all the way down to the center of the earth. Just to be compost. And feel like fresh water washing through the crown of your head, the top of your head. Washing your head, washing all the excess information that you don't need. All the information that doesn't belong to you, just washes it down to the center of the earth. Washes all the extra thoughts, the thoughts that go in loop, all the dust, all the cobwebs from the head. It all just washes away. The water are washing it all down through the roots, the center of the earth. And the water is washing everything that is stuck in your throat. Everything goes down, washes the heart, around the heart, in the heart. Washes away, washes and clean all the digestive system, the pelvis area, the womb area, everything that doesn't belong to you just washes away down to the bottom of the earth. And the water washes away the legs from the inside all the way down to the tips of your toes, down to Mother Earth. And now imagine that you have a gold sun above your head in a perfect temperature. It feels really, really soft and comforting and empowering above your head. Gold sun that is full of vital energy, full of your own power, full of self-love, lightness, humor, creativity, health. And next to the sun, there is a bottle with sparkling dust, magic dust. You can just sparkle in the sun with anything you want to add, or any color that you want to add. And the sun becomes bigger and sparkles even more and shines with so much energy. And the sun becomes like a magnet to your own energy. And now the magnet is pulling into it all the pieces of your energy that you gave away in this lifetime or other lifetimes. And all the little pieces are sparkling and floating back into the sun. And the sun is becoming bigger with your own energy. And the sun pulls into it all the energy that was taken from you since you were little, maybe from past life. And just imagine all these sparkling pieces flying back and feeling the sun above your head, and it's becoming greater and bigger and full of light, vibrating with energy, vibrating with your own power, with your own energy. And now imagine the sun coming down from the top of your head, filling your head with gold light, with all this energy, filling your throat with your energy, filling the heart, filling your chest, all around the heart, in the digestive system and around it. It's all filled with gold light, with your own energy, your power, vitality, health, joy, anything you put into it. It all goes to the womb area, to the pelvis, and it fills the pelvis, fills your leg and your knees, all the way down to your toes. And the gold light pours through your arms all the way to the tip of your toes. And there's so much light that it's pouring out from your skull, from your crown chakra, and it's filling your aura. It's like a fountain. And now you're in a bubble of light. And every cell is full of light. Every cell is full of your own energy. Every little cell is full of your power. So just breathe into this space now. Just feel your body surrounded with a bubble of light, gold light within and gold light without. Just feel the air around your skin, your face, your hair. And I want to invite our higher self here today and all the guides that each one of you have, the muse, to be with us today to help us create this little fun piece. So you are welcome to open your eyes, take a pencil, a pen, a pencil, and just start making lines and marks on your canvas, on your format, and let yourself make different kinds. All your emotions, whatever, if it's painful, just you can make hard lines. You can just put everything in, just dig into it and, you know, just feel free. It doesn't have to be pretty. We're going to cover everything. So just, you can even take two. Just get all this energy into the canvas. Really squiggly lines, straight lines, strong line, almost like a knife, just putting all this power into your paper or canvas. If there is any word that pops up, you can add it. So trying the strong, really strong light with all your energy, and on top of them, soft, very soft and squiggly lines. Combining soft and strong. And when you're ready, let's take your photo that you printed, and you can start cutting it. We don't want to have straight lines. You can cut it with scissors or with your hands. I like to do it with my hands so it's uneven. And also cut a few symbols that you have, make them ready. And you can play the music if you like, or maybe later when we really go into and I will demonstrate how to paste.
Are we gluing now? We're gluing it.
Yes, we're going to glue it, and I'm going to. So just putting the glue on top of all of the paper. Make sure you have enough glue on the edges, because the edges sometimes have a hard time to. And put just enough, but not overload. And then when you starting to glue it, start to press from the middle of the image to the sides of the image. We don't want to create air bubbles, but sometimes air bubbles happens. So if you have air bubbles, just press on them, and if it's too big, you can just take a pin and make a hole and let the air out. Now pay attention to the edges. See, sometimes the edges just stay loose. So I'm just adding some more glue. The bigger the paper that you glue is, it's more likely to have air bubbles. And if you feel like adding symbols now, you can do it. You can also do it later. And now when you have it pasted like this, take some soft gel or varnish, or I'm using clear gesso to cover it. So in order to protect it. And start with the light areas, because sometimes the ink, the black ink can smear. So start with the light areas and then go to the darker areas. Okay, so I think maybe it's better to add the symbols later, because then we will know better, we will feel her more and know what she needs. But I'm going to glue one more thing. And when you are ready, let's see if you're ready. Great, wonderful. Okay, we'll wait a few minutes.
I don't have the glaze.
Do you have varnish?
No.
Do you have
It's not.
medium? Do you have
Pardon?
Do you have medium? Water-based medium?
No.
So just put the glue on, or the Mod Podge.
The Mod Podge. Okay, thank you.
Okay, great. Now I'm going to put on my plates, on my palette, some white and black. And two other colors that I feel I'm going to put some sap green and ochre. And so I'm suggesting to start with just grays and slowly getting in more colors, or starting with grays around the figure and then continue with colors. But really, if you have a different calling to do something else, feel free to just follow your own calling. So I want to start with the white because I have pencil, the black and white, because I have the pencil. That makes, my pencil makes everything kind of gray anyways. And on the image, just break it with paint. Don't leave the edges like this. Break it with paints. What I usually do, I put some molding paste around my image so it doesn't look like a piece of paper. And I put some molding paste on the figure as well to kind of integrate the background and the image, but I don't want to do it now because it will take time to dry. So I'll just do it like this. So we are creating different grays, adding some colors. Now I'm adding some sub-green, kind of a grayish sub-green, and some ochre. And we're working very intuitively. So I'm touching the hair a little bit, my hair a little bit here. And pay attention now if you have air bubbles. Sometimes they just appear later. I can see that I have a lot of air bubble. I know some people use credit card to flatten the image and paste it better.
I have one of these type of brushes that's like, it's rubber and it's stiff.
Uh-huh.
Not a brush, but it's like a credit card. So
Wow.
it pushes bubbles out. I don't know if you can see that.
I see that. We all see that. It's a wonderful brush. I want one too.
I don't know what it's called. I picked it up along the way. It's really helpful.
Maybe silicone brush.
Yeah. You can use spatulas too, silicone spatulas.
Uh-huh. And see already also playing with darks and with lights. So you have some contrast, some places that are dark, and some light. The canvas will have like interesting places and play and game between dark and light. Yeah, it's a good time to put the music on. if anybody wants to talk, just unmute yourself. If you have a question, if you feel ready for the next step, just raise your hand. Babula and Vanessa and Yulia and Katrina. Okay, let's wait a little bit more. Yeah, those of you like Katrina and Babula, yeah, let's wait a few more minutes. And if you have dry places, you can glue your symbols there. Sarah, did you want to ask something?
Can you see me?
Yes.
Okay. Can you see the picture? Okay.
Wonderful.
Look all right?
Wonderful, wonderful, really beautiful. Great, good job. And I love the figure on the side that is kind of touching the,
I beg your pardon?
I love the figure that you have on the side of your painting that looks like,
Oh, yes, the girl and the horse.
yes, oh, it's okay, great, wonderful. Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, so I'm going to show you the next step. For those who already are ready for the next step, I'm going to put on my palette gel medium. Gel medium and some yellow ochre or yellow, yeah, that's what I have, yellow ochre. And I have a little transparent iron oxide, but you know, you figure out the colors of your face when you do it, but this is just for the demonstration. So what I want to do is to create a transparent layer over it, over the face. And where the shadows are, I will use maybe the sap green. But this is my choice of the darks and the lights. So I'm taking that transparent medium with a little bit of paint, and I'm just mixing on the side. And you know what? Maybe I will add a little bit of white so it won't be too yellow. And I'm mixing a lot of medium. And then I'm taking it off the brush and just taking a little bit because I don't want to flood. I want to have control at the beginning. And where the light is, I'm just going over it with my brush. And with my finger, I kind of go over the edges and blend it in, because I don't want to have like a straight edge. I want to have a soft edge. So the edges of, like the edge of the forehead, I'm just smearing it with my finger. So going over all the light places. And because it's transparent, the shadow will show from underneath. But for the shadow area, I'm taking a smaller brush, and I'm using the sap green with a lot. Oh, I took the black by mistake. Can you see from? Can you see? Maybe I will put the camera closer so you can see it better. So I'm taking some sap green, making it very transparent, added a little bit of the yellow even, and even more, more of the medium. I'm taking it off the brush and just taking a little bit and adding to the places of the shadows. You know, she doesn't have to have like real skin tones. She can be blue, or if she's like a water nature creature. And I want to blend the green shadow with the yellow that I have here. So it's better to work like to put like the yellow next to the green, and to work, I don't know how to say it in Hebrew, like spot of color, and then another spot of color, or shape of color and another shape, and blend in between them. So I'm blending with my fingers.
Excuse me, do you know if you don't have the transparent medium, could you use anything else instead?
What do you have? Do you have varnish?
I've got like glue that dries clear.
Okay, so maybe if you mix the glue with just a little bit of water, so it's not so thick.
Okay, thank you.
Try it with this.
Thanks.
Okay. And now I'm adding a transparency like to the cheeks area. So she's not that yellow, only yellow. And to her forehead, I'm giving her some suntan. Yeah, it's important to have medium when we paint with acrylic. It helps create transparent colors. You can do it with water, but then the water sometimes creates a hole in the paint. So after we cover with the yellow and the shadings, we will come in with white to create light in the face. I will demonstrate it later. It's a very nice way to get a facelift. I'm touching the hair with some highlights to break the black mask that I have. And then I'll go over it again. And if you want to create very delicate work, you can use markers to do the highlights. I would like to demonstrate the highlights in the face now. So I'm taking the medium, mixing it with white. And I'm just touching the forehead like this. And with my finger, I tap on the white. I want to create light here. And maybe even without the medium, just a little bit of white. Above the eyebrows and the cheeks. Just a little bit. And the nose here. So you can see on your image where are the lightest light. So usually the places that stick out of the face are more light, or the light touches them. So like here and here and here, on the forehead, on the cheeks, a little bit here on the side under the eyebrow, the center of the eyelids. You see the light touching maybe just part of the nose. So the white can help bring it up, out. And to bring out the eye, find the white dot in the eye, and you can just accentuate it with a teeny dot of white. And also maybe on the side of the iris, there is some lighter part here. I don't know if you can see. So I put a white dot in the pupil and also near, a little bit closer to the iris. And now I want to bring some color in the eye because the eye is really black. So I will just add a little few dots of colors on the bottom here. And if I added the color at the bottom of the eye on the left side, I will do the same here. Just some dots of colors. And now the lips. The most important thing is the line in between the two lips. It creates the expression. So I might go over it with a very, very thin brush to just make the expression stronger. And then the upper lip is darker than the lower lip. So when you do the lips, remember that the upper lip is darker, but you can see it in your photographs. It's very different in, you know, where and how the light touches it. So I'm creating the line with just small dots. Yes, and I don't want to go with a line around the lips. It will be, unless you want to, but I'm not going, just the middle line. And maybe I will give now a little bit of shading under the nose with my sap green. Just a little bit. Because it's so small, I'm just tapping gently. And I think I took black instead of green, so it's very strong. Just smearing it, some of it out. I'm taking a bathroom break and I'll be back. Enjoy yourself. So, yeah, now when you look at her, how do you empower her? Do you empower her with a symbol that you place, or stencils, or both? So I will demonstrate adding a stencil now for those of you who want to see. One second. I'm just choosing the right color. And for stencils, it's good to have a very dry and hard bristle brush. A sponge can be good. Or a round brush like this is good for stenciling. So I'm taking some color, some teal. I took some teal, and I want to get the excess color off. It has to be just a little bit of paint, otherwise it will kind of leak through and you won't get a very coherent shape. So I'm placing it. It's better to put it lying down on the table, or if you have a tape, you can tape it. And I'm not going to do the whole thing, just parts of it, and I also do it like in a nonchalant way. So just tapping lightly. Now I can add another color. So I'm taking some white, taking the excess white off. And I've added some and if I'm not happy with this stencil, I can wait for it to dry and stencil something else on top of it. and it will create kind of layered and interesting layered feel to it. So I can play with darks and light stenciling. Now mine got really interesting stencils on her.
Yeah, you.
I don't know what's happened. It looks like I don't have a connection and I might disappear again. So if I disappear, please post your everything you do and your questions in our group, because I don't know what happened today. The power is disappearing, and I'm dropping the connection. So just post it in Art is My Medicine group, all your questions. And so far I'm here. If anybody wants to share.
This is my a friend of mine. It's her daughter. I do horse riding with her, and this is her daughter, and her daughter loves horses, and so it's for her as a gift to say thank you.
So did you say it's the first time you're painting?
No, first time I'm doing Zoom.
Oh,
First time
okay.
painting. Yeah, but it might still look like a beginner.
What a beautiful gift. It's such a beautiful gift. I mean, and it's easy, we can do it. And it's so soft, it's so magical, and the horse and the woman caressing her, it's so beautiful.
Thank you. Yeah, it's a really nice process. I'm enjoying this. Thank you. It's been really great, and it's a nice way, easy way to start the portraits.
Yes.
Yes.
Wonderful.
No, it's really great. Thanks.
Thank you, Sally. And Kim, you wanted to say something.
I'm just applauding Sally.
And what are you
Thank
up
you.
to?
Thank you.
What are you doing there, Sally? What are you doing? Can you show us?
Who, me?
Yes. No,
Oh, I just showed you.
Kim, sorry.
She just
Kim.
Yeah.
it's early. Check out. It's like it's 4:30 in the morning here.
No.
I'm so proud I got up and I'm actually kind of awake. I'm actually painting.
Wow.
What I have so far, I don't know if you can see that. It's kind of dark.
Wow. Yes, say something a little about it so you will appear on the screen for everybody.
Okay, so I I had to bring my little girl, my little cowgirl, to play. It's really good for me to be connecting and feeling like I'm giving her power as well as myself and my higher self, my mature self. She's watching over me, she's playing with me, and I'm watching over her. But also the symbols about connecting with spirit, and that's a big part of me remembering that's my power, that's my empowerment, is connecting with source, with spirit, that leads me and gives me such good energy and grounding and reciprocity, you know, in a really empowering way. So that's where this is going. I'm not sure where it will go next, but I'm having fun. I'm enjoying.
This is so powerful, and it's like your big you in the sky is giving strength to the little girl, and the sky above you. It's amazing, so empowering.
I feel like there's something. Do you ever feel like this when you're painting, like something else is coming in, but it's not quite boom yet? You know, like there's something that's like waiting here, but I haven't. It's like, I don't know. I don't know yet. It might come a little bit later. You know.
Yes, yes, yes.
Thank you.
Yeah, I know what you mean. It comes. Thank you, Kim. Anybody else wants to show us what you're doing? Vanessa, can you say something about it? Maybe unmute yourself. Can you say something about your work? You're still mute. I can't unmute you. You're still muted. Oh, yes. Now I see.
That's beautiful, Vanessa.
Can you say something? I can't hear what you're saying, Vanessa.
Sorry, this is very different to what I expected.
Wow.
Not coming through.
Wow, this is amazing, Vanessa. Is this from your from a photograph? Vanessa?
Yes, but not me.
Unbelievable. First of all, it doesn't look like a photograph.
Just a very strong face that I like the look of.
Amazing, very powerful. Thank you. Yeah, there is something in your connection.
Yes.
Thank you, Vanessa. Yeah, maybe you can share it in Art is My Medicine and say more about it. It was hard to hear you. There was like noise in the background. And Babula, you wanted to show and speak about your painting?
Well, I had no idea what was going to happen, of course, but I chose a photo of me with an open mouth and teeth, and the teeth are really bothering me because I don't know what to do with them. So I think it looks a little bit weird, but
yeah, I think I need to say it next time to choose a photo without teeth, because teeth are always difficult.
I know.
And it looks like a photograph, and when it's closed, it's more like a painting. But can you say something more about it?
I think I was really impacted by the meditation, and particularly was really interesting because when you started to ground us, I could actually feel myself wanting to literally just take off up that way, and that was a really interesting moment for me because it showed me something about myself, that I'm kind of prone to want to go that way. And but I did ground because I love the earth too. But then when you brought in that sun, that energy of the sun and the light, that was really powerful for me, and I really felt like lit up from inside, like really strongly. And so this is still kind of in progress, but it's yeah, that mouth looks very peculiar. I'm wondering, I could even possibly change that mouth and just close her mouth. I could completely change it, I suppose.
Yeah. Yeah, it can be, it will look different, but then if you close it, you have to make it smaller. Because if you just
Yes,
cover the teeth, it will be very big. Another thing,
yes.
maybe something can come out of her mouth and cover the teeth.
Oh, that's a good idea. Oh, I love that idea. Yes. An energy or something. That would be amazing because it just looks very weird.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
And
So I'm having fun and I'm still exploring.
that's great. I love everything that is happening around.
Thank you.
We have 10 more minutes, but if you don't mind, maybe we can go a little bit longer, and because I'd like to hear a few more of you and see some more. So who else wants to show us what they're up doing? creating an online course about power animals. I thought to do like 3 meetings and just do it together. So let me know if you are interested. And yeah, if you haven't taken any of my courses, feel free. It's on sale. So I'll probably send you an email and tell you more about the ideas. But then I'm going to take and the last thing I want to say that until the 4th, I'm going to be on Art is My Medicine and responding to all of the work. And then I'm going to take I'm trying a 2-week diet from Facebook. See if I can get addicted. So I'm just taking a vacation or work in my studio. And yeah.
Sounds good.
Yeah. So let's say goodbyes to each other.
Bye. Thank you, Mikhail.
Bye, everybody. That was wonderful.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Good to feel you. Aussies and everywhere. Yeah.
Goodbye.
Bye.
Bye.
Thank you, Michal.
Thank you. Jasirindy and Doris, do you want to say something?
Thank you. It was beautiful meeting everyone and being here, and I'm so grateful for what you're teaching. And it's 5 in the morning, so I'm kind of spaced.
Yeah. Post it in Art is My Medicine. I want to see what you did, all you anonymous artists.
My picture is so small that I'm really not able to paint over it. But thank you.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Rest of the
Bye.
day.
Ta-da, ta-da.
Thank you.
Bye.